Remember when people would tell us to just do what we love, do what we are passionate about? Go out there in the world, start that new business, build up on your dreams, and then sit back and wait for all that money to pour in? Well, apparently, if we've been following that advice, we've been getting it all wrong. Or have we? Hey guys, I'm Anthony, and welcome back to my channel where, of course, we talk about a wide range of popular and sometimes controversial topics. But today, I think, is an interesting one, okay? Especially for those of you who are watching who are thinking about starting a new venture or maybe starting a business you've been passionate about for a long time, or you're building something really, really big and something that you think is a part of your purpose, or you're going to become an entrepreneur, I don't know, whatever it is. Just hang on a second. Stop what you're doing, time out. You might be doing it all wrong, at least according to billionaire Mark Cuban, who recently said in an article that he usually advises people who are starting businesses and going out into a new venture to leave their passion behind and focus only on the money and the wealth. So no passion, only the money. I think I disagree. So let's talk about it. Okay. So I came across this article recently in the Yahoo Finance section. It was written by Jane Thier. I think it's spelled T-H-I-E-R. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But when I saw this headline, I literally stopped in my tracks. And you'll understand why in a minute. Headline reads, "Billionaire Mark Cuban says, don't follow your passions, follow the money and build wealth instead." Okay, so if anybody really knows me, then you understand why this might cause some conflict, okay? I've spent my entire life, almost my entire life, really telling people, encouraging people, inspiring and motivating people to follow their passion. I mean, that's just my mantra: pursue your passion with a purpose. I mean, if you start with that, then obviously I stop cold when I read an article where somebody who I think is one of the most successful people that we have in this country. I mean, I can go down his laundry list of things. In fact, let's talk about a little bit about who Mark Cuban is and why this had such an impact on me when I read the article. So Mark is co-founder of the Dallas Mavericks. He is obviously the star on a really successful ABC show called Shark Tank, which, by the way, if you are an entrepreneur and you're not watching that show, you're really missing out. So you got that. You got the fact that he invests in a lot of companies. He's worth $6.6 billion, which I think is a couple billion more than I have, and probably a few more billion than what you have. So obviously somebody with that type of success, credibility, you pay attention to, you listen to. And when he says, leave your passion behind, it makes you go, I've been doing this all wrong. And for me, it means I've been telling people to do it all wrong. I have always thought in terms of my own success and helping others achieve success, that you first have to start with what you love. And so I've really spent a lot of time pushing people in the direction of finding their passion and pursuing their passion. So I had to dig a little deeper. And when I read the article, I started to feel like I was getting a better picture of what Mark Cuban is really about. So ever since he was young, he's always put, according to him, money and success at the forefront, intertwined, one and the same. In fact, he mentions that he believes, and he had a commitment to, even from the age of 25, amassing as much wealth as quickly as he possibly could, just doing anything and everything to build wealth upon wealth upon wealth. And so, okay, that's great. I mean, we're all looking to do that, I think, especially in this economy, by the way. I mean, who isn't trying to find ways to get rich quick and to make money fast, to get out of situations that you might be in, whether it's financial burdens and obligations and debt. And we all, by the way, have quite a lot of debt in this country. So I know people are anxious to try to find ways to not have to work the rest of their life. I mean, we're all looking for an exit. We're looking for an exit to get out. At the same time, we're looking to an entrance to get in. Right? We want to get into a better life. We want to get into more wealth. We want to have more stuff, do more things, travel the world. So when you hear Mark Cuban say to do all of these things, you have to leave your passion behind and focus on the money, then you go, okay, I guess that's what I have to do. And so even me, I started questioning my own advice that I've been giving all these years. You know, what's interesting is they talk about a concept that some of you might be familiar with. And I think that sort of ties in why people have this commitment to getting out of debt and finding wealth. And it's because of something called FIRE. F-I-R-E. FIRE. Those are the acronyms: financial independence, retire early. There's a whole movement around this idea of people who are doing whatever they can within their power to gain as much wealth, as much money as they can so that they can be financially independent and wealthy, or just at least retire early, live a comfortable life. And yes, we are in a financial uncertainty right now. We all know it. Inflation's up and down, and the housing and job market are here and there and everywhere. And there's really no predictability in some of the things. And yes, things have gotten a lot better, but things are still just challenging. And unfortunately, the cost of living is skyrocketing, whereas our wages are sort of plateauing along the beach. So people are definitely stressed and trying to find a way to make a lot of money. And we all have different ways. Mark Cuban says that he spent his entire 25 to 30-year-old age range just being stuck in that FIRE ethos, that financial independence, retire early mindset, where nothing mattered except making money until later in his career. And the author of the article goes on to say that as Mark Cuban's career bloomed, skyrocketed, his interest in having an impact overtook his interest in simply making money. Okay, wait a minute. That means it's not just about money then. I mean, even with success, it's not just only about money. Even Mark Cuban says that he was looking for something more meaningful than just money. He was looking for something he was passionate about, or something that would give him purpose, right? So then I had this moment of, oh, thank goodness. Okay, so I haven't been motivating people in the wrong way. I haven't been giving really bad advice. Okay, good. I can take a deep breath. So now that we have that squared away, how does this all make sense with what this article is about? Because it still says leave your passion behind. But what I think when I read a little more, I think Mark was really saying is in order for him to motivate himself at an early age, he really built his success off of the pursuit of wealth. And because of that, it might have left him empty along the way. Basically, the bottom line is he was rich, but he wasn't happy. He wasn't making an impact. I mean, think about this. When you think of people who are in jobs right now that are struggling to pay all the bills and meet their financial obligations, and they go to work every day, they work at great jobs, they do amazing things, but they're not quite happy, right? They're not satisfied. They're not doing the things that bring them fulfillment, right? They're not listening to the vibrations of their spirit, of what makes them feel good. And you think of those people and years pass and they're still doing the same thing, and they look back over their life and wonder, what was it all for? So I think ultimately at the end of the day, no matter what the headline says, you really can't leave passion behind. And so that brought me back to, okay, well, good, then I'm on the right track. So I wonder, do we really have to wait until we amass all of the success to have this epiphany? I mean, maybe Mark is a little late to it, or maybe he's had this epiphany over the years and just slowly evolved into wanting to focus more on on making that positive impact or finding something he was passionate about. So even if Mark Cuban can come to this realization at a late stage in his life and his success journey, then that means we, on the other hand, who are just starting out, we actually can start at that point. We don't have to wait 20, 30 years to try to find things that mean something to us. I know that some would say focus on the money, focus on the success, and then success will come. But I believe that if you plant the seed that is your purpose and you water and nurture that seed with your passion, then your success is going to inevitably come from that. I mean, what you sow will ultimately grow. What you put energy into, then you will get back tenfold in results. There are different ways to becoming successful, and I don't find that there's one avenue or one road that's going to be the same for everyone. But I do know that what's in your heart is going to matter the most at the end. And I would even argue that what's in your heart will matter the most the entire journey of your success. If you don't love it from the inside, if you're not passionate about it, then even if you're successful, you might find yourself in the same shoes as Mark, where that money has no meaning. And I think that part of our greatest gift is the ability to love something, to be passionate about something, and ultimately to find ways to make that passion a lifetime experience for us. I thought the article was pretty interesting, and you know, I really appreciate Mark Cuban for sharing that perspective, because if you think about it, is the measurement of success money, or is the measurement of success happiness? I don't have the answer to that, actually, because for me, it might be one thing, and for you, it might be something else. But I do believe, if I had to make a choice for myself, I do believe that my passion is always going to help me achieve my purpose, which will ultimately help bring me the happiness that we all look for in life. And so there's a friend of mine who has a YouTube channel, actually, and he always says this one particular quote that stands out, and it's the basis of his channel. You should check it out. It's called The Rich List. The Rich List. I'll link it down below. But he always says that we are all rich in one way or another, and we are all rich in ways that matter. It means being rich in passion and in doing the things that you truly, truly care about, that you truly love. That's what's really going to ultimately bring you success. So no matter what you take away from this video, or whether you think money should be the focus or passion and purpose is most important, whatever it is you believe, I just want you to remember this, that whenever you are willing to work hard for something, and it's something that you love or you believe in and you're passionate about, and it is aligned with your purpose, and you are persistent in the pursuit of that purpose, then regardless of money, I think you're already on the path to success. So that's just how I feel about it. And I think Mark Cuban, despite the headline of this article, actually started to believe this too. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. I'd love to hear what you guys think and read your responses down below. So be sure to spam the comments. Here it is. So what is more important to you? Doing what you love or getting rich fast? I mean, is money more important than fulfilling your passion and your happiness? Tell me what you guys think. Let me know down below. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share this video with anyone you think might benefit from this information, and subscribe. Stay plugged into the conversations, and I promise it doesn't cost anything. It's free. But it really helps out if you just smash that like button. It helps to get the video out to more people. And so I really appreciate that too. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. And until next time, until next topic, I'll see you guys real soon.